Who was Hazrat Abu Bakr, radiallahu anhu? His life and contributions to Islam. Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, radiallahu anhu, may Allah be pleased with him, was the first caliph of Islam following the passing of Hazrat Muhammad, peace be upon him. He shared a profound and multifaceted relationship with the Prophet, peace be upon him, as an early convert to Islam, a trusted friend, advisor, kind neighbor in Mecca and father-in-law. Born in Mecca in 573 CE, he lived for 62 years and passed away in 634 CE. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu was the son of Uthman Abu Quhafa of the Banu Taym clan of Quraysh. His birth name was Abdullah, servant of Allah, but he earned the honorific title Abu Bakr due to his love for camels, as Abu means father and Bakr refers to a camel's calf in Arabic. Coming from a family of merchants, he was a successful cloth trader. He was also known for his expertise in genealogy, possessing deep knowledge of Meccan tribes and their lineages. This skill became instrumental during his leadership, enabling him to assess the strengths and weaknesses of his deputies effectively and emerge as a brilliant strategist. Above all, Abu Bakr, radiallahu anhu, remained steadfastly loyal to Rasul Allah, peace be upon him, throughout his life, standing by him during trials and hardships. His life can be broadly categorized into three phases: his time in Mecca, his life in Medina alongside the Prophet, peace be upon him, and his caliphate following the Prophet's passing. Meccan life and contributions to Islam. When Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, declared his prophethood, Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu had the distinction of being the first adult male to embrace Islam, just as Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu was the first child to accept it. After accepting Islam, the companions of the Prophet faced immense persecution. Among them, slaves endured the most severe suffering at the hands of their masters. Demonstrating remarkable generosity and kindness, Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu used his wealth to free 8 slaves, including Hazrat Bilal radiallahu anhu, who later became the first muazzin of Islam. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu also delivered Islam's first public speech at the Kaaba, showcasing his unwavering faith and courage. This act enraged the polytheists, and he was brutally beaten by Utbah ibn Rabi'a, leaving him severely injured. Despite his condition, his first concern upon regaining consciousness was the safety of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Such was his love and loyalty that he vowed not to eat or drink until he confirmed the Prophet's well-being. He endured these challenges for 10 years in Mecca before joining the Prophet in the migration to Medina. Emigration to Medina. When the Prophet, peace be upon him, was invited to Medina, then called Yathrib, many Muslims migrated to escape the oppression in Mecca. Abu Bakr, radiallahu anhu, stayed behind to accompany the Prophet during his own journey. As the Meccans plotted to assassinate the Prophet, Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu joined him on the journey to Medina. On their way, they hid in a cave on Mount Thaur, Jabal Thaur, for 3 days while the Meccans searched for them. This moment is described in the Quran. If you do not aid the Prophet, Allah has already aided him when those who disbelieved had driven him out, and he was one of 2, when they were in the cave, and he said to his companion, "Do not grieve, indeed Allah is with us," and Allah sent down his tranquility upon him. Surah Tawbah 940. Hazrat Abu Bakr's life is a testament to his unparalleled faith, sacrifice, and devotion, making him one of the most prominent figures in Islamic history. Hazrat Abu Bakr anhu, his spiritual rank and contributions to Islam. In addition to the previously mentioned incidents, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu's elevated spiritual status can be understood through the multiple indirect references made about him in the Holy Quran, which highlight exemplary qualities of pious Muslims. Life in Medina with Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. After migrating to Medina, Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu continued to serve Islam under the guidance of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Notably, he purchased the land where the Masjid al-Nabawi, Islam's second holiest mosque, was later constructed. Beyond his financial generosity, he actively participated in the early battles of Islam to defend the Muslim community. During the Battle of Badr, he guarded Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, earning him the title of the bravest of men, as proclaimed by Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu. Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu also supported the Prophet as an advisor and leader in key religious milestones. In 631 AD, he led the first Hajj in Islamic history after it was ordained in the Quran, accompanied by Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu. The following year, the Prophet, peace be upon him, himself led the pilgrimage and delivered his final sermon, outlining the social and ethical framework of Islam. The passing of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The most challenging moment for the companions was the passing of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. About 5 days before his demise, the Prophet delivered a sermon, subtly alluding to his departure. There is a slave among Allah's slaves, to whom Allah offered the choice between this world and that which is with him. The slave chose that which is with Allah. Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, due to his deep spiritual insight, was the first to understand the Prophet's words and began to weep. The Prophet, peace be upon him, then consoled him, saying, "The person who has most favoured me with his companionship and wealth is Abu Bakr, and if I were to take a close friend from all of humanity, it would be Abu Bakr. However, Islamic brotherhood is sufficient. Close all the gates to the mosque except that of Abu Bakr." This incident underscores Hazrat Abu Bakr's unparalleled closeness to the Prophet, peace be upon him, which is further emphasized by the fact that a dedicated chapter in Sahih Muslim, an esteemed collection of hadith, highlights his virtues. In the Prophet's final days, Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu was entrusted with leading prayers in the Masjid al-Nabawi. On one occasion, the Prophet joined the congregation mid-prayer, but allowed Abu Bakr to continue leading, a moment that signified his unique spiritual stature. Leadership. After the Prophet's passing. Following the Prophet's, peace be upon him, passing, the companions were devastated. It was Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu who restored their morale, reminding them that worship is for Allah, who is eternal. Soon after, he was unanimously elected as the first caliph by the Muhajirun, Meccan emigrants, and Ansar, Medinan helpers. Caliphate of Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. As the first caliph, Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu faced numerous challenges, including tax revolts and insurgencies by false prophets. He successfully quelled these rebellions through the Ridda Wars, uniting the Arabian Peninsula under Islam. Despite internal challenges, he also resumed the Prophet's planned expedition against the Byzantine Empire, laying the foundation for future Islamic conquests. One of his greatest achievements was initiating the compilation of the Quran into a single manuscript. On the advice of Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu, he oversaw the collection of Quranic verses which had been scattered across various materials, ensuring their preservation for future generations. Passing of Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. In 634 AD, after a brief illness lasting 15 days, Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu passed away. True to his humility, he requested that his property, a garden, be donated to the Muslim treasury as repayment for the modest stipend he had taken during his caliphate. Before his death, he nominated Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu as the next caliph after consulting prominent companions. His funeral was led by Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu, and he was buried beside Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, with his head placed parallel to the Prophet's shoulders. Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu's leadership, sacrifices, and unwavering devotion continue to inspire Muslims worldwide, marking him as a pivotal figure in Islamic history.